This week in synagogue, we finish the fourth book of the Torah, the book of Bamidbar. The very, very last verse in the book of Bamidbar says, Elu mitzvahs. These are the commandments that Moshe gave to the Jewish people. What's a Jewish person supposed to think about when he thinks about the commandments? One idea is that the commandments are God's will and wisdom, and the world is God's creation. A person does not lose. He never loses when he does a commandment. I want to tell you a story that I heard. There's a rabbi in Monsey. His name is Shlomo Zilber. He's well known. He's a Marbitz Torah, a person that encourages people to do mitzvahs and Torah in the Monsey area. And when he tells a story, he checks out every detail. This is the story that he shared. There was once a person that did business in China, and he would pay in cash. He would get products from China very cheaply. People would ship to the United States, and he would sell them. Came a particular time when he was making a trip to China, and he didn't have the money that he needed. So he went to a close friend, and he asked him if he could borrow the money. This person was not known as a wealthy person, but b'hashgacha pratit, by divine providence, he had put a large amount of money away for the wedding of one of his children. He didn't like banks. He kept it in his basement. And he said, you know what? It was a sure thing. This was a good friend. There were guarantors. He knew that he would be able to lend him the money and get it back to be able to make the wedding for his child on time. So he said, wait. And he went down to his basement to find where he had hidden the money. It was a particular corner. It doesn't sound very professional, but he put a lot of plastic bags there. And in a plastic bag, in the bottom of this pile of plastic bags, he had kept the money. He goes down to the basement. The plastic bags are all missing. The whole basement is spick and span. In shock, he goes upstairs. He says to his wife, dear, what happened downstairs? And she says, what do you mean what happened downstairs? And he says, it's all clean. He says, yeah, I have a new cleaning person to help me. And I sent her downstairs. We were cleaning for Passover. And downstairs it was a mess. I sent her down to clean for Passover. Okay. He said, oh my gosh, what did she do? What do you mean, what did she do? He says, what did she do with all of the garbage? His wife said, well, she threw it in the dumpster outside. He runs outside to the dumpster and he sees all the bags there. He digs and digs and digs and he finds the bag of money. Okay? What do we learn from the story? The fact is that the trash in Monsey is taken out twice a week, on Mondays and Thursdays. This whole event happened on a Wednesday. Because he agreed to help his friend, and he went downstairs to check, to find the money, he was saved from losing all of the money. If the money the next day. When a person does a mitzvah, he never loses out. Shabbat shalom.